Match day 2 has begun, and what a match it was. Talking about Wales against Iran. Wales against Iran ended about 2 minutes ago, and it was the Iranians who won that by 2 goals to 0. Courtesy of late goals, it must be said. One scored in the 99th minute and the other 90 plus 12 minutes as Iran ran out winners. It must be said as well that Wayne Hennessy, the goalkeeper of Wales, got a red card in that match late on in the 86th minute here precisely. He got red carded, and that's the first red card of this year's World Cup. So it's Wales who are facing an early exit at this point in time. They have just a point from 2 matches. Remember, they were able to earn a draw against the United States of America, courtesy of Gareth Bale's late penalty in that match. But this time around against the Iranians, they couldn't get it done. Iran could have also won the match during regulation time, as you had Gazodia scoring a goal in the first half, but that was chalked off by the VAR before they left it really, really late. For Wales, it is a disappointing time, and Rob Page and his men will be looking at another lost opportunity, considering they had all it takes to qualify from that group. But their next match will be against England, and that's definitely a huge task for them. For Iran, it's 4 points from 2 games. Remember, 3 points rather from 2 games. Remember, they suffered that humiliating 6-2 defeat in the hands of England on opening day, but they were able to get the win. So this gives them a very good chance of qualifying from that group, and you have to give credit to Carlos Queiroz, who has done a phenomenal job with the Iran side at this point in time. Queiroz, quite all right, is remembered as Sir Alex Ferguson's former assistant while at Manchester United. Well, let's quickly run you through the fact that you can win amazing prizes during this World Cup season right here at iBrandTV, I beg your pardon, on the arena. And that's because 4 matches every day, you have the chance to predict correctly the scoreline of just 2 of the 4 matches, and you win amazing prizes. The only time and condition is you have to follow us on all our social media accounts on iBrandTV_media, iBrandTV, and there you have it right there on your screen. We know quite well that Wales and Iran has played, so the other matches: Qatar against Senegal, England against United States of America, and Netherlands against Ecuador. Those are the matches. Just predict 2 of those 3 correctly, and you stand a chance to win amazing prizes. You can always predict via our social media accounts. You just paste your comments there, and it will be seen. And on Monday when we return, we'll definitely reel out the winners and reach out to you so that you can get your prizes. Let's now attention now to review of some matches we saw yesterday. Let's start with Portugal against Ghana, and that's because of our African brothers and sisters. Talking about Ghana representing Africa. That match ended 3-2. It was a controversial one, as there were calls that Portugal's third goal scored by Rafael Leao should have been reviewed by the video assistant referees or officials in that sense, but that didn't happen, and it was Portugal who went home with the win. For Cristiano Ronaldo as well, it was a record outing for him, as he got the opening goal for Portugal right from the penalty spot, and that makes him the very first player to score in 5 editions of the World Cup: 2006, 2010, 2014, 2018, and now 2022. The man just can't stop breaking records. Portugal, as I said earlier, well-deserved victory, it must be said. The Ghanaians put up a fight quite all right, but seemingly too late. They left it too late to in terms of trying to get back into the game. Andre Ayew as well as Bukari got the goals for Ghana. Now it must be said that African teams prior to this match failed to score. Talking about Senegal losing 2-0 to Netherlands, you had Morocco drawing, you had Tunisia drawing, both North African teams posting goalless scorelines, and you also had Cameroon succumbing to a 1-0 defeat to Switzerland. So Africa's first goals at the FIFA World Cup this year were scored by Ghana, although it just couldn't yield at least a point for them. Well, let's turn our attention now to one of the favorites of this year's competition, and that's Brazil. Yes, the Brazilians were in action against Serbia. That was a match that was meant to be difficult, considering how tricky the Serbians are, especially when you consider the firepower they have up front. Talking about Aleksandar Mitrovic of Fulham as well as Dusan Vlahovic of Juventus. Both players have been in phenomenal form over the course of the last 1 year. But the fired blanks, as it was Brazil's Richarlison's brace who got them through but that victory was marred by Neymar's injury, and there you have it on your screen, talking about Neymar's right ankle quite swollen. He will undergo a scan today, and that will determine the extent at which he will be sidelined, although Brazil's coach Tite is optimistic that the PSG forward will still have a part to play in Brazil's, World Cup journey. But it must be said it's actually a disappointing one for Neymar. He's had his fair share of struggles and injury woes, over the course of his career, especially when it comes to the national team. 2019, when Brazil won the Copa America, Neymar was missing due to injury, and last year he just couldn't get them through to repeat the title as they lost to Argentina right there on their home turf. So it's Neymar who is trying to bring glory to Brazil. Let's see if he will be fit enough. The only glory he has with Brazil has to be the Olympic gold medal in 2016, giving Brazil their very first Olympic gold medal in football, and as well as the 2013 Confederations Cup, where he starred as the highest goal scorer and the most valuable player of that tournament. But in terms of Copa America and World Cup, Neymar is yet to win for Brazil. Let's see how that pans out. Let's turn our attention now to today's matches. Yes, quite a handful of them. We just saw Wales lose to Iran, where Wayne Hennessy got a red card, the very first for this year's edition. But let's turn our attention to England. That's another team in that same group, Group B. And this time around, it's the English, the Three Lions as they are called, who will be taking on the United States of America, where you have the likes of Christian Pulisic as well as Winston McKennie, trying to lead the line. And for Winston McKennie, the Juventus superstar, he will be looking to lead the line in terms of getting a goal for them. We know quite well England are still basking from the euphoria of that 6-2 victory over Iran, so they're going into this as the favorites ahead of the United States of America. For America, their opening game was against Wales, and that was a proceeding that they dominated quite all right, but they just lost concentration towards the end, and that allowed Wales to come back in the game via the penalty spot as a result of the lapse in concentration. This time around, it's going to be different. We do not know what the starting lineup looks like, but there are indications that Captain Harry Kane would lead the lines once again for England, and that's coming despite the injury scare. Remember, the English captain had to undergo a scan for an ankle injury, and there were question marks if he was going to miss this or not. But from reports, it's likely that Harry Kane will be leading the line for the Three Lions. You should expect Bukayo Saka to get the nod over Phil Foden once again. He repeated that feat in the opening match with a brace. I expect that to continue as well. And on the flip side, you have Raheem Sterling coming with his world of experience ahead of the likes of Jadon Sancho, among others. It's difficult to call this for the Americans, considering that when you look at both teams, the quality, the attacking talents that the Englishmen have, it supersedes that of the Americans. But what we've noticed from this competition is that there is the possibility of an upset, so you can't entirely rule out the Americans, but England definitely should get this. Let's turn our attention now to Senegal. Yes, another African representative at the World Cup, the African champions, without talisman Sadio Mane. This time around, they're taking on the host nation Qatar, and this is a must-win match for the Senegalese if they want to stand a chance to qualify for the next round. Qatar lost by 2-0 against Ecuador. Senegal also lost by the same scoreline against Netherlands, and that was courtesy of Eduardo Mendy's haul, as Eduardo Mendy right there on your screen. The big question is will Aliou Cisse drop him and go for the second choice goalkeeper, or will he retain his faith in his number one shot stopper and see how they can rally around him in terms of providing him the necessary support and belief so that he gets back to his top form. Remember, it was the undisputed number one even at club side, talking about Chelsea Football Club, before that injury and Kepa Arrizabalaga's impressive form. So it's more of a shaken belief, a doubt that is the reason behind Mendy's haulers in recent times. But up front, you still expect the Senegalese to do what they know how to do best in terms of creating chances. They had some decent chances. Boale Diye had a chance as well against the Netherlands. They just couldn't convert. I also have to give credit to the Dutch goalkeeper, who was also at alert to keep some of those low drives in the opening match. This time around, it's a different opposition, and the Qataris are definitely not the Netherlands in terms of quality of opposition. So you expect the Senegalese to have an all-out attack against the Qataris and see if they can make it happen difficult to call, but you probably want to tip towards the Senegalese getting this one. Let's move away from that quickly and talk about the Netherlands. Yes, the Netherlands and Ecuador will be battling, and that's a clash between both sides, as whoever wins this will book their place in the round of 16. At this point in time, we do not have a team yet guaranteed of a place in the next round. So whoever wins this will definitely seal their spot in the next round. And for the both teams, they won handsomely in terms of their first matches, 2-0 respectively. The Dutch will probably go into this as the slight favourites, and we heard from Louis van Gaal, the coach of the Netherlands, saying that star forward Memphis Depay will get more playing time. Remember, the Barcelona forward has dealt with hamstring injury over the last 2 months, and that explains why he came on as a sub for the last 30 minutes of the clash against Senegal. But Louis van Gaal has confirmed that this time around we will be upping the minutes to 45 minutes. It's yet to be decided if he will start the match and get taken off at halftime, but you should expect Memphis Depay to play part in this and play more minutes in terms of his time on the field of play. The Dutch, you can always look at all areas of the field in terms of how superior they are to the Ecuadorians, but you can't rule out the fact that Ecuador came out of a very tough qualifying group when you look at how CONMEBOL is structured in terms of their qualifying series for the World Cup. So this is a clash of the Titans. Your best bet will be to sit on the fence.